Hello, Wolfpack. We're here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. We released a poll into the Wolfpack Telegram group. If you're not a member, go ahead and join. We post updates regularly there. Basically, we released a poll that was asking the question, which video should I make? And this was the choice here. When will the alt season continue? The other choices were, what am I looking at for Bitcoin in the short term? And what is my long-term Bitcoin price prediction for the end of this cycle? So basically what we're seeing here on the Bitcoin dominance chart, and let's just get into this quickly, okay? So the Bitcoin dominance chart is basically a chart that measures the percentage of money in the crypto world that is in Bitcoin in comparison to altcoins. So you can see here in about 2015, 2016, basically 99% of the money in the crypto market was in Bitcoin. This is due to the fact that not many altcoins actually existed at the time, and we saw our first real, bull market with an altcoin season in 2017. With this dropped massively as people put their money in altcoins instead of Bitcoin for seeking higher returns. And we've never fully recovered here. That's due to the fact that the many altcoins showed up into 2017 market that people liked, and hence, instead of putting all of their money back into Bitcoin, they put some into altcoins as well, and the Bitcoin dominance chart never fully recovered. So we are gradually expecting a downtrend in the Bitcoin dominance chart as time goes on. That's not to say Bitcoin won't remain number one. It can remain number one with even 10% dominance. It just depends on how the market is structured, how many altcoins there are, how popular they are, how much competition. It's not necessarily an indicator how weak Bitcoin is. It just means that there's more money in altcoins in comparison to Bitcoin. Okay, so now that we've covered that, let's get into what's going on right now. All right, so we've seen a big drop down from 73% dominance to about 39% dominance over the course of a few months. This was when the bull market was in a bit of a peak. So the lower this got, basically, the lower the Bitcoin dominance chart got, the more altcoins were outperforming Bitcoin on a fundamental level. So you can see down here when Bitcoin dominance was at 39%, that is when we saw Ethereum, make moves up to $4,000 and outperform Bitcoin massively, while Bitcoin was just stabilized in that 50K region. We saw altcoins pop off, 100, 200%. I don't think we're done with this. I don't think we're done with this bull market, and I certainly don't think we're done with this alt season, but I think we're having a good break. As you can see here, so let's just outline this. In between March 2017 and January 2018, all right, so that is when basically the last bull market was going on in terms of Bitcoin dominance. So if we look at the Bitcoin chart, what was happening in that region, we saw that massive run up. So let's just go over what we saw here in September. We saw a drop down in the Bitcoin dominance chart. We saw a pump up, and then we saw another drop down to the ultimate bottom. Okay, that's what I think we're seeing here. I think we're going to see something similar to this, and let me explain why in 1 second. So we'll get this fractal. All right, we'll put it over here. We can see it's kind of matching up. We saw a drop down, and we've seen this stabilization. We're probably going to see a pump up and then a drop down. All right, so let's see what actually happened in this time period. All right, so this is the 2017 chart and what happened in this yellow circle. So we saw a drop down here after a run up of about 40% in the Bitcoin chart. And then we saw a massive exponential run up to the ultimate all-time high. What I'm basically thinking is going to happen is something similar to that. I'm thinking that we're going to see this pump up now as Bitcoin makes a move towards its new all-time high. Because remember, guys, Bitcoin is the signal coin. Bitcoin determines whether the bull market will continue. In order for alt season to happen, Bitcoin needs to be in a comfortable position. All right, so what I'm kind of expecting here is Bitcoin dominance to keep rising until Bitcoin reaches, a very high price point, probably past its all-time high. And then when Bitcoin stables out in that region, I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to drop as people get sick of Bitcoin, get bored of it, and put their money into altcoins. So I think we'll see something similar to that. We'll see a rise here on the Bitcoin dominance chart of around 29, 25%, all the way to 60%. And then this is just rough estimates according to the fractal. And then we'll see a drop straight down below the 2017 low, because there's more altcoins in the space, there's more competition, so it makes sense that we'll go lower on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And this is where we'll see our ultimate, bull market end right here. And it kind of matches up a bit with our time frame a little bit. Now, I'm kind of expecting the bull market to end, around mid-2022. So, but just keep in mind, this is just a fractal. And if you actually take into account what happened here, we didn't just go straight back up. So we saw kind of like a double bottom here. So if you extend this a little bit further, it lines up a bit more with the April 2022 time period. So we can see that that matches up with my view on the end of the bull market. It matches up with what will probably happen. So let's just go over it again. So we're in this kind of drop here in September 2017. Bitcoin has dropped down, and now we're going to see Bitcoin rise up, and with that, Bitcoin dominance rising. We'll probably see Bitcoin reach its new all-time high around here. We'll drop back down at the altcoin dominance chart, the Bitcoin dominance chart, as alt season goes into full swing. We'll reach a bottom here around late this year, and then we'll kind of bounce around here as Bitcoin kind of puts in its new all-time highs and settles down, and then we'll see the end of the bull market. That's what I'm expecting for altcoin season. I am expecting Bitcoin to outperform altcoins for at least a little while, and then altcoins to outperform Bitcoin. All right, guys, I hope you learned something, and thank you. I'll catch you guys next time.